Many types of experiences can inspire man to create some incredible technologies, while the imagination can inspire man to create technologies that most humans would find unimaginable. There was one day in a small town in California where this guy, Jim, decided to visit Yosemite National Park. A friend had told him how beautiful the park was and not to miss seeing the site Half Dome if he went. It's Jim's summer after his senior year of high school, and he's going to pack his car with a tent, sleeping bag, stuff to eat and drink, and some logs to make a campfire. Being in the woods with fresh air and his thoughts, Jim thought would be the perfect atmosphere to think about the direction of his life. He thought to himself, do I get a job at Home Depot? Do I try learning a trade? Or do I give college a try? Jim recognized he wasn't a great student, but he did survive high school. Thinking back, Jim did recall a teacher in middle school that told him that he had some talent in science. The grade in that class didn't reflect brilliance, but the teacher had said that he had seen some moments of genius buried in the mediocrity of much of his work. The teacher told him that the greatest scientists and inventors, in many cases, became great because they witnessed some intriguing research or an exposition of a scientific project that captivated their attention, literally changed their life in an instant. In that moment, they believed they could create whatever their mind imagined. In that moment, they knew they had gotten the call to push the boundaries of science, and they knew they had the drive to make their ideas reality. The middle school teacher told Jim that a friend of his became a well-known geneticist after seeing an amazing exhibit at the Southern California Science Fair. The teacher made the statement of the old adage that necessity is the mother of invention. And in most ways that is true, but the father of invention is really the person who has been inspired to be an inventor. Often the inventor invents because there's an internal drive to know they can solve the puzzle. They can crack that code. That talk with the teacher stuck in Jim's head, and that was 5 years ago. Anyway, he thought there'd be a lot of time to think about his future while sitting in front of a campfire in Yosemite. The park was as beautiful as was promised. Half Dome was quite the sight. Dusk came on, and before he turned to go back to camp, a series of bright lights burst from out of nowhere, briefly blinding him. What seemed to be a second later, his vision restored itself, and at that moment, he saw something that he would never in a lifetime thought he'd see. Hovering above him, and he couldn't believe he was saying this, was a spaceship, a flying saucer, a UFO. As he stood there frozen with a gaping jaw, the UFO suddenly, in a flash of light, disappeared. He thought, what did he just see? Was that an extraterrestrial from another planet? Was that a government experiment? Maybe a collaboration between aliens and the government. Whatever it was, the intelligence that built that technology that was just witnessed had to be at levels unknown to most people. Where that incredible spacecraft came from didn't intrigue Jim like it would most people. What did intrigue Jim were the questions he had on how that magnificent machine worked. And the minds, those minds of great intellect. He couldn't help but think, what are the limitations, if any, of the human mind? In that moment, Jim decided he wanted to find out. He had his inspiration. He was going to push his mind as far as it could go. He had this strange feeling that somehow, some way, he, over time, would understand things that he could never understand before. He was determined that he was going to know everything there is to know about physics. He felt he would ultimately be an inventor, an inspired inventor. If anyone else had seen what he had seen, they would probably feel the same way. Of course, he thought, someone seeing an amazing gadget at a tech expo would get similar feelings. They'd want to be part of a brilliant team building amazing gadgets. Part of a cluster of minds attempting to unravel the mysteries of the universe. While Jim was driving home from Yosemite, he realized that a physicist must know mathematics. The road that solves any mystery in physics is made of mathematics. Minds that build magnificent machines know mathematics. Minds that cure biological ailments with regenerative medicine know mathematics. Minds that reach out to the planets and the stars know mathematics. And there's definitely one place within this great big universe where one can learn to use this irreplaceable instrument of mathematics.
Hey, Alien Institute crew, don't forget to strike the like, subscribe, comment, and share. Also continue learning by watching more AI videos.